snap, whatever happens, the play stands and it's on tape. It's just like the game. All right, then we'll clear the field. All right, then we'll have kickoff return. First one will be kickoff.
Meetings all through camp. You know, it's a big part of it. More meetings than practice. Kind of get used to them, but you got to get them in. I mean, they're important, but they're tiresome also.
You do good on good, and we'll have 8 kicks there. 8 kicks there. Then we're scrimmage. Now, like Coach.
Meetings are, you know, they're fine. We have them one a day during the season. Basically, we just go over the game plan for the weekend, try to establish, you know, our run game and pass game and things on offense, and same thing on defense, try to establish what we're going to do for the weekend. Basically just, you know, prepare for the game. And, you know, meetings aren't that bad. We first have a team meeting and special teams meeting and then off to our position. So, you know, they can be tiresome sometimes, but, you know, it's for the betterment. It's for a good game plan, so, you know, it's not that bad.
We come up here in a pro trips. All right, and I'll kind of give you a little bit of hint coming down to in the passing game. All right, now the running game as far as run fits.
Hey, Coach, I just have one question though.
Yeah.
For the strong safety.
Vic Shealy brings to us an extraordinary amount of talent and experience. Very, very fortunate and blessed to have him on the staff. He's been in a lot of good places, coached with a lot of good people. So I think that we will have a little bit of a different look, but I think one that maybe some more aggressiveness and some things that we do. I'm very excited about the schemes and things that we have in, and looking forward to watching the players you know, execute in this system.
We ultimately are responsible for number 3. There is a rip and liz going on here, but it's not as y'all understand rip and liz right now. Okay, we don't call it necessarily a hook 3. The linebacker's job, I mean, their term for their assignment is a hook 3 player. All right, we kind of call you more as a buzz 3. Some of that's just kind of coach's lingo that we use, so that between Coach Brown and I, we kind of know who is filling that role. Well, I think it is interesting coming in. Not too many times do you come in after a team's won a national championship and been very successful, and you come in and so, you know, the question some people may ask, well, how are you going to make us better? And maybe the concern about some is, you know, how are you not going to, you know, mess it up, you know, and keep us up there. And we do have a good number of players coming back, and we lost some really fine players that made a lot of plays. But we are really encouraged by how some of the people that played roles behind you know, some guys last year have stepped up. All right, because Rip and Liz, do you remember me telling you, and I'm not trying to make this complicated, but I think it actually helps you stick it into long-term memory better if you can kind of see a little bit the bigger picture. All right, and just see that DVD is in the player, isn't it? Okay, because it's acting like it's not kid. See what's great, those coaches, that we have all this technology, but we have players who are a lot smarter than us in dealing with it, so y'all are the problem solvers and we're the problem creators here. All right, you see that work? And you're just passing off, so now you're not chasing routes, making defenders have to defend every route all over the field. Because, guys, unless you're guys dang Deion Sanders or something, you're not going to defend. I don't care how good. We've got good players here now. You're not going to defend, and y'all know this, every route out of, I mean, somebody's going to run a route away from your edge at some point in time, and you got to play chase, right? So we're trying to put you in a position where you're not going to play a lot of chase, all right? Where you're able to gain a really dominating edge on the routes that you're responsible for, and then trust that you got help coming from areas that are away from your edge. All right, now that might be kind of big, and I'm kind of let that simmer right there. All right, but it does all build in. It's just that with one slot, you are going to find that it actually gets a little bit simpler in some ways. But it's kind of pretty cool how you'll see it all kind of work out, because now all of a sudden those 3-man route combinations, we get 3 fast dudes over there playing kind of man, little matchup zone. Oh, it's sweet. I get excited just thinking about it. Get in. It's cool stuff. I think one of the biggest things is just to take the things that we did well last year and continue on. So I don't think the need for radical change, scheme-wise, or how we utilize the players in our program. We don't need to make anything really radically, any radical changes. I think one of the biggest things is to maybe understand how the personality of this group, with the loss of a few guys, that did make an impact, you know, how it will change, and, you know, let's make sure we're playing always to our strengths. I think there are things that no matter who would be the coordinator here, that you would look and see how last year offenses attacked some of the schemes that, you know, Richmond deploys on defense, and you spend your time in the offseason really trying to look and address those issues so that you gain some scheme advantage back. And so there'll be some natural things that we do to our defensive plan to help, you know, so that teams don't have 2 years in a row to kind of attack you at a spot that, you know, perhaps, you know, you needed to kind of pay attention to. And so collectively, all of us on defense are working to, you know, to do that, not just a coordinator thing. Y'all have a great lunch. Be ready to come back. Let's have a fast speed practice. Yes, we got on the field 335 is over the line. Be there, be square.